Okay, yeah, so my name's Jason Amantreen, 45 years of age. I've attended both the Equipped to Succeed course as a client, and also I took the Train the Trainer Facilitators course as well. The reason why I got connected to Equipped to Succeed was I was attending the Hope Springs Recovery Centre, Drug and Alcohol Recovery Centre, because I'd ended up there because I got ill through taking pharmaceutical medication that made me very ill. I almost died. I didn't have any other place to go because the doctors basically just left me to it. It was a very, very dark time for me. I was walking the streets, I was suicidal, I was trying to jump off motorway bridges, and I was being told that I was mentally ill. And all the time I was saying, it's the medication that's making me ill, and just no one will believe me, you know what I mean? And it's like, I've been in my body for 40 odd years, I know what's going on. Anyway, I ended up at, I was at the Hope Springs Recovery Centre, and they said, oh, there's this course coming up, Equipped to Succeed. And so I thought, okay, I'm here, I'm trying to, it was helping me because, it was getting me out of bed. I was going to the recovery centre, so I thought, right, I'll go on the course. I didn't really have any expectations as to what it was. I just went, I just went. And I really connected with it. I really liked the simplicity of it in a way, because it had focal points around different areas, like being positive, all these things which were really quite simple and easy for me to grasp. Obviously, when I was on the course, we went through more stuff in depth, and we had a session on each one of these, went through some work, did some stuff and that, and come away. And at that point, it really, really helped me, these, if I'm truthful, these things were keeping me alive at that point, because it was a very, very dark place, and I think, if I'd not made that choice to kind of get myself out of bed and just really push myself, because the side effects were massive. I didn't at some points, and I know people used to say, oh, they never ever see it in me, but I struggled to even know what room I was at some points with what the medication was doing. So yeah, I really got a lot from the Equipped to Succeed course. It made me really positive. It took me out of my comfort zone. I'd worked for 25 years as a heating engineer. I'd been the top of my game. I'd worked for some very big companies, well respected. To then, there I am, in a sense, a nobody. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just so yeah, and it was really good, and it was just motivating me, bringing out a passion in me for stuff. Alongside that, I'd gone from being a very mechanical person to connecting with a creative side of me that I'd never connected with. I'd started doing art on top of that, and so it all linked in. It really linked in. We were asked to set like goals on that course, and I remember I brought all my filming gear in, I brought all my camera in, I had all these microphones strapped to people, and I was going to make a film. I wanted to make a film. That unfortunately that goal, I didn't achieve that goal, but it was good to be able to feel that, do you know what I mean, and get to that point, and also to learn sometimes, not everything happens, and not to feel a failure, not to feel a failure. But what did happen was that it came up about they was doing a Train the Trainer course, and I decided to go on that. So I came here, I continued to work through my health issues. I currently suffer from antidepressant discontinuation syndrome, I'm having to do 3 weekly medication reductions. It's not very nice, you know. Some courses I've been here and I didn't even know what day it was, but I kept coming, do you know what I mean? And I pushed through all that. Everyone was really supportive. And you know, I achieved the train the trainer course, but I went back to my goals because and Beverly re-gave this to me. So you know, I made a little movie, you could say, on Final Cut Pro. I linked all these like pictures together, very graphical, do you know what I mean? And it was like a little storyboard from getting tinnitus, getting ill, being given medication, do you know what I mean? Losing everything, the destruction and all that, yeah. And you know, some words, I know people were very like, I could see them, they was feeling it, you know, having kind of words banged up, you know, in front of you saying about, you know, and it was like I said, you know, I feel lost, you know, I think I'm going to roll over and die now. And that, you know, that was the place that I was in. It was a very, very hard place. But then, you know, I kind of brought some sunshine in, and it was like, you know what I mean? And then I banged up my 2 goals, you know, and my first goal was Beverly. She was doing a thing at the Think building in Nottingham, and I bought a printer and I printed out some of my photography, you know, because I think something that I do is I put myself down, you know what I mean? I put myself down because it was like, oh yeah, I just take pictures, you know, never like as a professional type of thing. So I printed out all my photos, and I made it a goal to send them there and to put them up for sale. And one of my canvases sold. Yeah, so that was you know what I mean? But that was you know, I achieved that goal. My second goal was a little bit bigger, and that was to do you know, an exhibition. And that is, I called it from chaos to creativity. And it was to speak about my journey, you know, and to bring everything together, you know what I mean? And it's going to have, it's going to be at Monkey Park, which is a community-based, you know, project. It's going to be over 2 floors. It's going to have my artwork. It's going to have my photography. We've got some performance art going on. These are all things that I've, you know, stepped so much out of my boundaries. But I know that I'm actually feel that I'm going to achieve it. Do you know what I mean? I've got people helping me. My partner's going to make all the flyers up. We're getting flyers. You know what I mean? And it's going to be great. And I think a lot of people they're saying to me, right, you know, try and make some money, Jason. Try and sell your prints. And I said, do you know what? That's not what this event is about. I want it to be like an event that brings people together, a social event, you know, on a Saturday night that kind of gets people together, gets people like thinking a little bit, do you know what I mean, about what's happened, how life can change. Because my life, you know, I went from having a £40,000 a year job to taking 2 blue tablets to waking up into a nightmare, do you know what I mean, to be going on to ESA and being paid £73 a week, you know, losing my house, all this stuff, being so ill, how life can just change so simply, do you know what I mean, through just doing one thing. And I kind of wanted to get that in, you know what I mean, and then show people how, even though I was so ill and I just didn't know how I got on, you know, I found a new part of me. I found a new part of me, like this creative part, and it's a lovely, you know what I mean? It's a lovely part of me, and I'm just like nurturing it now, you know, and people are really, you know, around me are supporting me and helping me and saying, yeah, you should do this, you know, your photography is great, your art's great, you know what I mean? And that's, you know, the Equipped to Succeed course gave me kind of that actual, well, yeah, do you know what? Maybe I can do this, You know what I mean? Maybe I can. And it's just, you know, using the tools, looking at the things, you know, using the things, you know, about, well, I've got a goal. How do I achieve that? What do I need to do? And all that. So, yeah. So, I mean, for me, the Equipped to Succeed course was life-changing. It was life-changing. And, you know, I'm really glad that I went on it. And, you know, it would be really nice to see others go on it as well.